Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 1067 for the 25th of January, and this will also have all the latest updates in terms of geolocation and frontline change for the 26th of January. This SITREP is a bit late because I have been out to do the Chinese New Year stuff, and I haven't slept since yesterday, so no. Since DPA open mic until now, I still haven't slept. So I'm super tired. So if I kind of ramble and talk nonsense, you know what happened. I'm just sleepy. So over the Kherson front, we have only shelling reports by the Russian Defense Ministry at the Yantarne Antonivka, Sadove, as well as Tokarivka. So basically just some shelling report. There's no fighting being reported by the Ukrainian side. So that's all from the Kherson front. Over the Zaporizhia front, we have no reports of fighting, and we go into the Velyka Novosilka front, and this is where all the shit went down. Over on the western part first, fighting is reported at Temerivka, Novodarivka, as well as Novosilka. There's not much information about these attacks, so no, that's all. But in terms of the battle for Velyka Novosilka, the Russian side have claimed that the Velyka Novosilka has been captured. This is Russian claims. They say that there is, based on the channel Void TV, Void TV shows that 6 different flags were hosted in different areas in the village. So, so, but they say that there is still remnants of Ukrainian forces um, in the region. So let's see how this goes. This is just a claim. The latest geolocation in is over here where they were attacked by Ukrainian forces, which means the Russians are near the end of full capture of Velyka Novosilka. Otherwise, Ukrainian mapping have mapped that the Russian forces have captured basically the entire thing of Vremivka, which leads to the confirmation of the capture of Vremivka, and the entire Velyka Novosilka suddenly just turn red, just suddenly become Russian. So Russian forces basically taking the entire of the southern part of Velyka Novosilka, which I also called it Section C, and Section A is already taken by the Russians, and the entire Section B almost entirely is under Russian control. In terms of DPA's position, the Velyka Novosilka is not fully captured yet due to this little part over in the northwest of Velyka Novosilka. But the chances of Ukraine still being there is very low. We will just wait for a bit more. I believe in the next 12 hours, we're going to see some updates that confirms the capture of Velyka Novosilka. We move on over in the Constantinople and Krakove region in the south. There is fighting reported at Constantinople, Rozliv, Zelenivka, Ulakly, Dashne, somewhere around Krakove, as well as Konstantinopolsky. Konstantinopolsky is mentioned by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry somehow. There is a geolocation at Krakove, a very small one, just confirms there is some advancement of Russians attacking in that region. That's why there was a geolocation of the Russian attack over there. Otherwise, Ukrainians are still suffering from FPV drone strikes all over the place. This is an airstrike on the pontoon bridge at Constantinople. So clearly, this bridge is already taken. So the Ukrainians create a pontoon bridge, and then now they took it out again. So clearly, the Russians are planning to destroy these Ukrainian forces that's over in the Ulakly salient, because this not Krakove anymore. Krakove is gone. So the Ulakly salient or Ulakly bulge or encirclement. Oops, I need to turn off the Discord. Oops, mute. So yeah, so this is this Ulakly bulge or not of envelopment yeah is must be a super big problem right now for the Ukrainians, probably much bigger than Velyka Novosilka. Over in the Andriivka sector, Russian forces has been geolocated in the northwest or northeast of Andriivka, confirming Russian advance in this sector. Russian mapping mapped that the advance coming from it actually comes from the east, which means that they claim that they have taken all of this entrenchment west of Shevchenko. Tentatively, this is a unclear situation, and there is fighting reported at Petropavlovka. So let's wait and see if we have more information. Maybe the Ukrainians were going to tell us something more. So let's see, in tomorrow's Deep State UA mapping. In the southern flank of the Pokrov front, there is fighting reported at Slovianka, geolocation of Russian forces over there. And the Russian forces also advanced in the region of Nedievka, and fighting is being mentioned over at Novoyelizaveta. Fighting is now moving towards Bodanivka. The fact that it's moving towards Bodanivka, it was reported by the Ukrainian side, must be suggesting that there is some kind of a major Russian advance that is not reported yet. So there must be some frontline change that is pretty drastic, I guess, to suddenly pull out Bodanivka. Bodanivka, this is the first time this Bodanivka was mentioned. At Nadievka, if you zoom in, you can see that the Russian forces have taken the eastern part of Nadievka as well as the 3 lines south of it. So the Russian forces are now making moves again. So yeah, towns after town, village after village just keep falling. So that's the reality of life right now for Ukraine. Over in the Pokrov sector, we have fighting reported over at Novo Alexandrivka, Uspanivka, Novo Vasilivka, Udashny, and at Kotline, there's a lot of frontline change over there. First thing first is the geolocation in the north. This confirms the Russians have taken Kotline. This corroborates all the Russian, sorry, wrong color. This confirms Russian forces have taken everything around Kotline. In fact, I actually forgotten to cast the flag for them. And then the Ukrainian mapping actually mapped that the Russians actually advanced even further to the east as well as towards the west. So yeah, pretty much Kotline is captured. So let's use this one. Yeah. So I'll give the flag to Kotline. Russian. Wait. Russian forces captured Kotline. Yeah. So give the flag to them. Keep forgetting about this. So Russian forces confirm, at least on DPS perspective, this confirmed capture by the Russian forces. Now they are heading, as I mentioned before, towards the north to head for the other highway as per shown by this geolocation. So over in the Pokrov, the Minokhrad sector, Russian forces are fighting at Promin, Lysivka. Russian Defense Ministry in today's report announced the capture of Zeleny, but there is fighting being reported here yesterday. Vorozhenia as well as towards Pokrov. So this is a static line, so don't expect too much from this area here. We move on over in the northern flank. We have fighting reported at Marolyubivka, Yelizavetivka, as well as Verdiane and Druhi. There's some slight frontline change according to the Russian claims. Not very important. That's all for this sector. When we move on to the Thorax front, at the Thorax region, Russian forces are fighting at Dashny, Kremsky, Thorax, Zabalka region, Shebenivka, as well as Novopasky. Some small frontline changes here and there. Ukrainian mapping have disclaimed that the Russian forces have taken this area here, disclaiming part of their claims in the south of Zabalka. Over in the Petrivka, Novopasky region, Russian forces advanced a little bit. This is based on Russian claims. And then over in Kremsky, Russian forces are geolocated over the north of Kremsky, showing Russian forces advance in this sector. Otherwise, this area here, I think we're moving into the final straight for this front line. I think things are probably going to come to a close very, very soon. But it's not going to be so fast like Velyka Novosilka that just collapsed. It is due to the encirclement. As I mentioned, tactically, no, it's just unholdable. And as we can see, it just collapsed suddenly. So no, that's what it is. Over in the southern flank of the Bakhmut front, fighting is reported at Bilokhora, Stupovsky, and Peteshny. And moving further up north, over in the northern flank, we have fighting reported at Orikovo, Vasilivka, Novomakove, as well as Chasivya. Geolocation of a TOS strike. So this is pretty significant. Ukrainian forces are clearly, trying their best to defend Chasivya, and they receive a TOS strike. So everyone dies over there. So rest in peace. That's all. Moving into the civils front, there's nothing much. Only fighting reported at Bilokhorivka and Verkhomokoyamsky. Nothing particularly outstanding here. Over in the Liman front, we have fighting reported. Let me see. Can I feed in everything? So we have so let's talk about this first. There is shelling reported at Yampil. I think it's just shelling. I don't think it's some kind of attack. So I can zoom up a bit so you can see a bit more. Fighting is reported at Dibrova, Torske, Ivanivka, Zelena Dolina, as well as Novolyubivka. So frontline changes at Ivanivka, geolocation of Ukrainian forces in south of Zarishny, FPV drone strike. Over Ivanivka, there is a movement towards Kolozyazi from Ivanivka. So that's all. Nothing particularly like this is something that I've already reported in the frontline changes report. They are pretty much moving as per expected. Although I would expect them to move more over here, but they are heading towards Kolozyazi, which I said that there is a possibility that they were going to go for it to create a strong foothold. Over in the Kharkivka-Makiivka region, fighting is reported at Druzhlyubivka, Kharkivka, and at Makiivka, there is fighting over here with massive frontline changes over in this sector as they push towards Kharkivka. The frontline change is by pro-Russian sources, so this is a Russian claim. So let's see how these continue to play out. I'm really getting very sleepy. Oh my god. Over at Borova, just now, when I was mapping, I was like basically that. And then I just died for like a few minutes. Then I wake up. Then I died another few seconds. Like, yeah, it was a difficult map. I would like just click and then like I just died. So yeah, it's 12 minutes. All the superficial people have gone. You only the hardcore fans like you guys are watching. So anyway, fighting is reported at Sverdlovy. Geolocation is of Russian forces over there. I'm going to zoom in the while, don't worry. Novosahievka, Kopanki, Petrotravneve or Stepi, Zeleny High, Shiekivka, Lozova, and Novokrolyakivka. As usual, there is a lot of arrows in this region, all heading southwest, or in the direction of Borova. So let's see how this goes. Frontline change over here is super significant. Russian forces have been geolocated basically in Sverdlovy, which I map it like this. A bit more conservative because you can basically map it like they have captured Novoyehodivka in the process. But I try not to do that because it seems like very too bullish on for the Russians. So let's wait and see how the Ukrainians will map this, because there is a geolocation of the fighting over here, Russian forces raising the flag. So I'm quite sure the Ukrainians will have to react to this geolocation. Over in the Kupiansk front, we have fighting reported at Petropavlivka, Pischany, Novoosinove, and Khrushchevka. So that's all. And we move on to the Voreshna front. There is only fighting reported at Voreshna. There's not much other news. This is reported by the Russian Defense Ministry. And so that's all. I'm not sure what animal is this. Yeah, not much inspiration because my brain is not working. So over in the Kharkiv front, there is only fighting reported at first chance, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. So that's all. And then we move on to the Kursk front. At the Kursk front, over in the south central flank at Sudzha region, fighting is reported at Kurilovka, Makhnovka, Sudzha. Shelling is reported at Rubenskina. Is it true? No. I don't remember mapping this, so I know this is not real. It is outdated. So let's go back here. Zalichenka. So this didn't happen. There's no shelling over at Rubinshina, as well as Murni. Murni is actually under attack again. So situation is actually very blur over here. The front line is very uncertain, despite the front line looks very sharp. I think the front line is actually very unclear. So let's wait and see, how these continue to move. Over in the northern flank, we have fighting reporter at Cherkasskoye Parashnoye, Kotsitsa, Malaya Loknya, Nikolaevka, Viktorovka, and Nikorsky. So that's all. Nothing strategically have changed around here. And over in the western flank, we have the usual fighting report at Lebedevka and Svetiklovo, and that's about it. And also no Nikolai Vodarino. So I missed out that Lebedevka, Svetiklovo, and Nikolai Vodarino. So yeah, strategically nothing changed. So no, nothing special. So that's it. So this is the summary or the SITREP or the situation report for the past 24 hours. So press the like button, subscribe. I finally can go to sleep. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update.